Okay, awesome stuff. Oh my God, it's gonna happen, you know.
Oh, we are live.
Are we? No, not yet. We're going. Going. 3, 4, 2, 1, 0. Good night, everyone. Good night, good night, good night. And we are so live. Let me get Stephanie on the screen. This is amazing. Whew, there we are. So, Stephanie, let me just allow a few more persons to come inside the group, and let me give it a chance for a person to come. There people are waiting to join. Let me let them in, and then we're gonna have a deep spirited filled conversation. Awesome sauce. Let me just see, there are a few requests, and we are gonna do this, and here we go. So Stephanie, welcome to the life. I'm gonna say guten Abend. Did I get it right?
Yes.
Guten
Guten Abend.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
From Germany.
Guten Abend. And I made sure I got that right. I'm excited. I'm just going to give some people some time to join us, because I know that what we're finding, a lot of this is done on the replay, but it's my hope that we have some live audiences here tonight. So I'm going to tag a few people, because I've got my regular people who are always here and always ready to join the conversation. So I've got the likes of Rose Foster. I know she's always hanging around and just really always looking to improve herself. And here we go. So if you're in the group, please tag somebody to come in. It's going to be an interesting conversation. It's going to be one that I think is going to change minds and hearts. And there's a lot here tonight, because Stephanie has a powerful story, one that I know very well, one that I know very closely because I've worked with Stephanie. But for those of us who didn't hear me say my German, guten Abend, Stephanie.
Yeah, guten Abend again.
Don't say anything more, okay? Because apart from Scheitzer and Guten Morgen or Guten Tag, I do not know any other German words. That said, I used to manage a German supermarket called Lidl. How do you say Lidl over there?
Lidl. What? Lidl. Lidl. Mm?
Lidl, right? Great. And in Germany, you told me that nobody really shops there, right? It's like the not so good supermarket, right?
Yeah.
Well, in the UK, it's very posh, okay? Just know that.
Okay.
Awesome. So Stephanie, welcome. We have been on a journey for a while, and I really thought it was so nice having worked with you personally. We now become good friends, from client to friends. I'm so privileged to have you here tonight, because I think there are many people who can talk about self-esteem and confidence and self-love. But when I work with you on your book that you're going to be publishing in due course, your story was so profound. So I really want you to tell us a little bit about who you are. So take it away. Tell us a bit about who you are, and probably tell us your story, because I want to hear your story. Because as you tell your story, it's woven in between self-dislike, low self-esteem, self-confidence, to somebody who graced the covers of international magazines, right? And a beautiful, beautiful woman, I may add. And I don't know if I've lost Stephanie there. I'm going to just wait and see if she comes back. But for those of us who don't know, Stephanie has a story that is mind-blowing. From moving from a place where, I'm not going to talk about what happened to her, where she wanted to kill herself, to a girl who now travels the world, is on the cover of some amazing magazines, and is such a light to the world. Stephanie, take it away and share what you want to share.
Yeah, so just want to make sure you can hear me, and I'm now live, right? So I guess we had some problems. Okay, so now, okay, where do we start? I'm Stephanie, I'm 33, I'm from Germany. So yeah, I grew up in a normal family. Everything was good. I had a normal life. I was a pretty shy child, not very confident, I would say. I just wanted to fit in always, but I never did. So in the past, I realized I was different somehow. Yeah, but anyway, so my life goes on and everything was good until I was 16, until I reached my teenage years, where yeah, my life changed forever. So I just wanted to go on a vacation with my sisters to Italy.
Stephanie, honey, hey, I want you to take it slow because we want to hear this. I don't want to rush the story, Stephanie. I know you're German, and I'm probably German because I speak really fast. But today I want you to become English. Slow down a little bit because we want to hear that story, Stephanie, because it's a powerful story, and I don't want us to miss it. So talk about when you're 16, your life changed forever.
So I'm trying to be slow.
I know it's hard. I know.
Okay. My life changed forever. Go on vacation with my sisters from Germany, Italy, and then crossing from Italy, how is it, with the ferry to Greece, to the small island of Greece. So we made the stop with the bus. We drove with the bus from Germany down to Italy, to the port. And yeah, I went out of the bus. I'm not sure if I have drank enough water, if I didn't sleep well, but I got out of the bus and then I got a blackout and I fall down the floor. Yeah, and then I don't realize what happened. I woke up and just have pain all over my body. And then I realized, yeah, the left side of my body was burned. So it's good if you would ask me some questions because I don't know. There is so much to tell.
And here's what I remembered, Stephanie. This feels like our first coaching session, right? When you said to me, so for those of you guys who don't know, I've worked with Stephanie and she said, probably you should ask me some questions, Ava. And you remember that recording, it was just like this. So Stephanie, first of all, you're a triplet. I don't think you have two beautiful sisters just like yourself, right? So for those of us who don't know, her name is in the group. Check her out. There are three beautiful angels, like, you know, they're all three beautiful angels. And Stephanie went on holiday. She was 16 years old, very regular 16-year-old, and she got burnt. And you got burnt all of your back, literally down there. Stephanie,
so here, yeah, the left side. Sorry?
Your signal is bad.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
So she got burnt.
Maybe I should.
Are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm hearing you.
Good. Stephanie, tell me, the moment you woke up and you realized that you're in pain and you realized that you had burns all over your back, what went through your mind?
Actually, that's a very difficult question because I don't remember it anymore. I just felt like, I was in shock. It's like you don't really realize. I think at this moment you don't have any thoughts on your mind because you see it and then you go like, no, that's not. Am I dreaming this? Is this like real? I don't know. I guess I didn't had any thoughts on my mind because it was just too much for me. Feeling all this pain, dealing with the situation, what is happening, what is going on. That was too much.
And I totally can understand that. And you're 16 years old, so it's too much. What happened once you discovered you had the pains? What happened next? Can you remember?
Not really. So I got delivered in the hospital, got some treatment. Yeah, exactly. My sisters went with me, but then they left me to vacation because they went on vacation. They couldn't help me in this moment. So I stayed alone. And I stayed just in the hospital with my pain alone.
In a foreign country.
Yes, exactly. In the hospital at Italy, and they got me some treatment. And then my mom needed to book a flight, and she was looking for flights, and somebody told her, there's nothing available from the insurance. It was from the insurance company. They said, you cannot get there. Everything is booked, fully booked. The flights are fully booked. And then luckily she got like an employee at her work who said, look at this, what I found. And then she was able to book a flight, but it was after 5 days. After 5 days alone in Italy, she were able to pick me up. And I was then sitting in the wheelchair because, you know, the pain was just too much. It was like unbearable. Or is this the right word?
Unbearable, yes, that's fine.
Unbearable, yes. And I couldn't even walk. So I was sitting in the wheelchair and they needed to transport me at home with the wheelchair. Yeah. So it wasn't very nice experience.
Stephanie, I know your story very well, and I know that once you got burned, you went into a very dark place. You hated going to school. You want to talk us through that experience of hate, because you were a beautiful girl and you felt ugly. You felt like, why did it happen to me? Can you talk me through that moment? Like, you're at home. I know you stopped going to school, because I know your story, because I've worked on your book with you. Tell us that part, because I think it's so important, Stephanie, for us to tell us that part, because we're going to then show how you get out of that, because you've come 360 out of that place. Yeah. Can you take that away for me?
So yeah, really, what should I say? My whole life was crushed in a few minutes. And once I was laying here in my bed all the time with that pain, thoughts were coming to my mind, you know, why should I live with this pain, with my scars? No, I'm ugly. I mean, nobody wants me, you know. Now everybody's just seeing my beauty on the outside, but once you hear the story, you will realize what is going on and why I'm thinking like this. So I was laying in my bed, having all these scars, all this pain, and then I was thinking, you know, why should I live with this? What is the purpose? It doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I tried to kill myself with
tablets,
razor blades. So yeah, but it didn't work. I wasn't strong enough to do it. My will to live was stronger. And so yeah, but anyway, my confidence was really on the bottom. I felt ugly. I didn't feel beautiful at all. So it was a really long process to accept my body and to feel good, to feel beautiful.
Wow. Stephanie, thank you for that. I know that goes back into a place for you. And I remember, because I've worked on it, I remember you saying you didn't want to go to school anymore. And you started dressing in a particular way because you really wanted to be seen. I don't know if you're comfortable talking about that, but if you are, please do. If you're not, then don't.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I guess we have many women in the chat, or not. I cannot see it right now.
We have a lot of women in here. Yes, we do.
So yeah, I'm wearing a sweater, and that was pretty much like this, what I'm wearing in the summer, like long, not a sweater, but something long with long arms, like what is it? Cardigan, something like a cardigan, and of course to cover up my scars, because it began on my shoulder here, so I could cover it up that nobody can see it, because I was afraid that somebody would point the finger on me, you know, what is this on your shoulder? And yeah, I don't want to anybody to see it. Yeah, long dresses and trousers or jeans, always when I went out, long clothes to cover it. Yeah. So It was very difficult. I guess I wasn't even at the what is it, the beach swimming pool you know, where you meet other people. Is it swimming pool or what is it? Yeah, swimming pool. I guess I just missed it, or I didn't want to go there because, you know, I'm injured, I have scars, I'm ugly, I didn't want to go there. So yeah, it was very difficult, because you feel very imprisoned, you feel trapped, you feel like that although you are not a victim, you feel like one, and you feel like you cannot get out of this, but that's all here, you know, that you're trapped in your mind. Yeah.
Wow, I love that, Stephanie. Wow, there's so much there. So you're trapped in your mind. And for women, our body image is such a big thing for us, even when we're at our most beautiful. And you just having had that experience meant that you actually now felt even more conscious about your body. Tell us, what was your relationship with your sisters who in your eyes they were not scarred. They were perfect. They had no scars. What was that relationship like then? Did you ever have the why did it happen to me and not them experience?
Yeah, so I got the thought, why did that happen to me? Yeah, no, I guess it wasn't the thought, why me and not why them. This is not what I wish for them. So I just like, why is it happening to me, but maybe not other people? But
Yes.
not my, I guess this thought was wrong, but not my sisters. I never thought about this. But in general, why did this happen to me? And I was jealous on other women, not my sisters, but other women who had a perfect body, who had no scars, who can wear what they want, dressing them sexy, But I was very jealous. And this is, of course, where the jealousy comes from, because you feel so insecure with yourself. You don't have any confidence. And yeah, that got me really, that was a big problem to me. Always, this jealousy on other women, why they can live their lives so perfectly and dress what they want,
How they want.
Yes, how they want. So that was a big issue.
When these things happen, Stephanie, with women, some of us tend to do one out of two things. We either become promiscuous and want boys to see us, or we become so secluded and withdrawn, we never go that side. That's just my analogy anyway. How did you have any relationship with boys in that period when all of this was happening with you? Did you have boyfriends? Did you have relationships? Or you chose to shut down?
No, I guess after some time I had some relationships, or I tried to how is the word, to mingle?
You tried to mingle. I like that. Try to mingle. Girl, try to mingle. Yeah, you did. Yeah, right. You tried to mingle. I don't know anything. My lips are sealed. She's my client. My lips are sealed.
So, but at least I wanted to get something going, but it was never happening, and I don't know why. I guess I was still not very confident, and maybe the boys or the man, they realized it's nothing for me, or she's nothing for me, and probably I was also maybe a little bit needy, due to my insecurities, to my low self-esteem. It's not very attractive to some men. I mean, on another point, maybe I was just too young, or they were just too young. We weren't a perfect match for each other.
Tell me, that's okay, girl. Stephanie, tell me, because I know that fast forward where you are today, tell me what shifted, because you are one of the most confident girls these days. You're on the front cover of magazines. You love your body. You show it, you flaunt it, you dance, you take photography. Tell me what shifted, because something had to change. The girl who was in Italy, who, by the way, I think Chardonnay was asking, what did she get burned from? It was a hot summer and she fell on some plates.
Yes, exactly. Well, so I didn't explain it. Yeah, there were at the port some metal plates, and they were charged by the sun. Yeah. And when I lost my consciousness, I guess I didn't mention it. So yeah,
she's coming back. So she fell, and these plates.
And I wasn't aware. So yeah, sorry. I guess connection.
Yeah, connection's a bit bad.
Not so good.
Yeah.
People wanted to help me on one. So yeah, I just got burned from this hot metal plates, which were at the port. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Stephanie, tell me what happened to the girl who got burned, felt ugly, hated her body, was jealous, very insecure in her head, didn't want to go to school. As a matter of fact, stayed a lot at home, took razors and tried to kill yourself, to this empowered, confident woman who is speaking at events, traveling the world, has a huge following on Instagram, you all. Tell me what happened. What shifted for you?
What shifted? It's a good question. So as I said, I'm 33, and I guess the really big shift just happened 2 years ago. I was my whole life was miserable. So I guess I thought I would be confident, but I never was. So I wanted to. I was seeking approval on the outside, and even with this modeling stuff. As some of you maybe know me with some modeling pictures, it wasn't like a professional career, but I did it for myself, like as a hobby. But when I look back at this today, it's not fulfilling for me. So maybe sometimes when I want, but I would pursue it as a professional career even. So always, all my life, I was seeking approval. I was seeking acceptance from others. And really just only 2 years ago, I made the decision to just really do what I want, stepping out of my comfort zone, doing the things.
She's coming back.
And not listening to other people. Oh, sorry. You hear me now?
Yes, I am.
Getting your confidence back is a really long journey. It's practice, practice, practice. It's not a thing that comes overnight. And I just made some points here. So one thing was that I really need to accept my body, how it is, how it looks like with my scars.
And all of you, yes. I have scars on my legs. I've got scars. And I just love all of me. So just know you've got company, okay?
That's amazing. Yeah, but that's so important, this point with accepting your body, because really so many women hate their body, and it doesn't matter how you look like.
I just had an awakening right here. Sorry. We probably should start a movement about love your scars. I don't know if there's one out there. Could somebody Google that for me? But we probably should start a movement about love your scar, love your body the way it is. And we probably should, we talk about that behind the scenes, because it just came to me. Probably we should show our scars. And I'm sure it probably is already done. So can somebody Google for me? But it doesn't matter. We can start it called something else, where people need to just own their shit the way it is. Sorry for all of you Christians, but just
sorry, not sorry.
Just own your scars. And when women who are awakened can just get up and say, guess what? I've got scars on my boobie. I've got scars on my leg. I've got scars wherever, and just own that. We'll talk about that. We'll Google it, because probably that movement needs to happen, and not just from all the big celebrities, because, okay, so Beyonce did it, okay, but what about the average girl? So I don't know. We'll talk about that later, but go. I'm sorry to cut you. It just came to me.
Had some epiphany.
Because I'm thinking, you have scar, I have scar, and there are other women watching right now who I know maybe have scars, right? So if you have scars, shout out, I have scars, and drop it in the box. We come back to you. Hashtag I have scars. Continue, Stephanie.
I have scars, and I am still beautiful.
Oh, that's the hashtag. I have scars. Oh, I have scars. Yeah, that's a hashtag right there. I have scars. Yeah, I love it.
So I just want to mention it again, that you really need to learn to accept your body. Some people don't have scars, or some women, and they're just still insecure. They're just insecure. My nose is too long, my lips not thick enough. And my boobs, they could be bigger.
I can give away some of mine. I'm looking somebody to give some too.
You can send me some over to Germany.
DHL some to you, girl.
So that's really a big mess out there. Many beautiful women, actually, I see it all the time. Most of the models, they are insecure.
Yeah.
So you think really they are profi models, having this perfect figure, looking amazing, but here it's empty, insecure. Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Okay. That's all right.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's fine. It happens. You're still here, and that's what matters, okay?
So that's actually really point number one. You should accept yourself as you are. And it's not about beauty, it's about your mind and your character, like your heart. It's, if you are beautiful, but here it's empty, then come on.
Yeah, I love that. It's not about beauty, it's character, guys. Yep. What else did you have?
Wait, please. Sorry for the distraction here. Sorry, what was your question, please?
So it's not about your beauty, it's about your character and your mind.
Yes, exactly. And when I have advice for women is really just, it's all about self-love and self-confidence, but because that is something that what you attract your success with your self-love. Sorry, I need to get my sentence together.
Okay.
Once you feel confident in your skin, once you really love yourself, that is how you attract people who also love you, who respect you. But if you cannot accept and respect yourself, yeah, who should love you? Who should respect you if you cannot even give it to yourself? That is the point.
I always say you're the best. I was dating somebody and I had to step back and say, hold on, I'm the first example of what love should look like for me. I have to show somebody how to love me by me first loving myself. You're the first example of how people should treat you, how you treat yourself. So you're totally right there. Stephanie, I want to go back to something you said, and I want to answer some questions that we have here, because I really believe that there are some women who are, like you said earlier, powerful models, whatever, and they are so low in self-esteem. Do you think that environment has anything to do on your self-esteem? Not you personally, but our environments, how we were brought up, because we were not born with low self-esteem. We were born perfect, right? We were not born with low self-love and self-worth and self-confidence. But I want to go back to what, because although you said 2 years ago, I didn't quite grasp, what was the awakening? You must have had an awakening. I may have missed it, guys, forgive me. What was your awakening? Because something, when we make that real big paradigm shift, something has to happen.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really, sometimes it's really hard to define when was this special moment, because really in my 20s, my miserable life was still going on. I was, as I mentioned, still insecure, not confident. And I believe this big awakening just happened really 1 or 2 years ago, when I said something is really going in the wrong direction. I'm not in the job that I like. I hated it. I got depressed. I finished my relationship. It didn't make me happy anymore. So I really cut anything from my life that wasn't serving me anymore.
Oh, say that again. You cut everything from your life that was not serving you.
Exactly, that didn't make me happy. So, and that's the point where you really, and you need confidence for this, because if you are afraid, you will never make a decision. But that's where confidence comes in, going out of your comfort zone to get what you want and not what maybe other people expect from you. So I just really quit everything, quit my relationship, quit my old job to follow my dreams. And I believe any person out there deserves greatness, and of course can achieve this high level of confidence. But again, it doesn't come overnight. And I have one important point here is you need to also set boundaries with other people. You cannot be like, yes. In German, I would say you are saying yes and amen to everything, yes, I'm going to do it. Yes.
Not me, Stephanie. I have a sentence. So a couple of things I'm coming on, because I know you also went on a personal development journey. You had coaches and mentors, and you literally engage in a lot of personal development and growth. But
Exactly.
I have one sentence I use over here, and I'm going to teach you all, okay? And I learned this when I went to Steve Harvey a few years ago. No, N-O is a complete sentence. No.
Exactly. And you didn't need to justify or is it justify yourself, make any point. No is
no is a full sentence. Can somebody type that for me? No is a complete sentence. So I'm not afraid to tell you no. Ava, can you do this for me? No, I can't. No, no, no. Learn to say no. Because it takes confidence sometimes to say no, right?
Yeah, that's the point. So I mean, that is what I mean. You should practice to set boundaries, because that's not all something, which you do like also overnight. You need to practice it with people. If somebody wants something from you, then you say, and you feel uncomfortable with it, no, I can't do it. I don't have time. I wouldn't justify myself, just it's no. And please respect. No, I would add something. No, thank you for your understanding. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for accepting or respecting my decision.
Yes. So tell me about because I know personal development became a part of your life, right? I know you've met JT Fox. I know you've gone on a lot of journeys. You didn't just get up and say, I'm going to change, because you started your journey, but you wanted to seek the knowledge and experience of others. So what books did you read? What type of things did you do? Did you get a coach? Did you get coaches? Did you have mentors? Did you go to workshops and seminars? Tell me some of the things you did, and tell us about your magazine covers, please, girl. And what you did in Germany. I think you work with some charity and stuff like that. Talk about that.
So much things.
Yes.
So much.
Yeah, because we're talking about the girl who would not even come out of the house to the girl who's doing so much things. We want to show the journey and show others who might be watching here on the replay that they too can become this confident beast that they want to become.
Okay, so yeah, I got some coaching and I went to seminars and workshops. Basically, I would say for the first thing, not to improve myself, but how to build a business. How can I do what I want? So, but of course it comes with some self-improvement, because you need to change also. If you are a business owner, you need to change yourself. But I got some healing sessions as well on myself. So of course it was business seminars, and I got some healing sessions with some people. But also one thing that I realized is they never helped me. Coaches.
You helped. You
Amen.
helped you.
Sorry?
You helped you.
Exactly. So I bought so many coachings, workshops, and seminars. And guess what happened at the end? Nobody was able to get me where I am today. I needed really some isolation. I needed to isolate myself to really cut also these people out of my life, because they weren't serving me, and they didn't put me on the right path to where I wanted to go. So I made this great experience. I learned something, but at the end of the day, I probably still was seeking approval, maybe, or not approval, but the answers at other people, when I have the answers all within myself.
You know,
so,
when I do personal development coaching, and Audrey and I work together with clients behind the scene, and unless it's book coaching, which is something tangible, right, which is what we do together. When I do personal development coaching, I always tell my clients, I'm not going to help you. I'm going to point you towards it. Audrey and I do this. We're going to point you towards the tools. We're going to point you towards the resources that are already inside here, right? You already have everything you need is right here. It's inside of you. It's just being able to help you identify or magnify them so you can see them. And so unless I do book coaching or business coaching, when I do personal development coaching, I point my clients back this way. Audrey and
exactly.
And this is why I love working with Audrey on self-esteem and forgiveness together, because we point people back this way. We always say everything you need is right here. It's for us to show you, because sometimes things get buried and some people don't realize that they have it inside of them. And so this is why those kind of coaching didn't work, because some coaches try to tell you what to do, rather than steer you into what you already have and help you see it so you can apply it to become your higher self. So I think that's a great identification of what coaching is. There are a few questions here I want to run through real quickly. Somebody said, so your family left you in a foreign country alone after getting serious burn. No, Chardonnay, it wasn't like that. She was on a trip and legally her siblings had to go back. Her mom couldn't find a flight to come straight away. So
I need to mention it. It was just a youth trip. My parents, just with teenagers, parents where they needed to stay at home. No, but my parents stay at home. So yeah, it was just a youth trip with other teenagers, like a big, large group of teenagers. And so, yeah.
So and in Europe here, Chardonnay, let me explain. I don't know if you're still on the call. And for others, in Europe, as opposed to the US, I think it's very common for us to jump from city to city and go on these trips. It's very common. Her mother couldn't get a flight out of Germany until 5 days later. And the moment they got there, she was safe. She was in a good hospital and she was then taken back home. So just to answer that for you. Somebody said, let's talk about it. Not sure. There's a lot to experience as a teenager. Sure, Audrey. And that feeling of jealousy is quite normal when you see others can dress up and you can't. Yes, Jem, I agree. No, she fell onto some solar planet plate, something like that. I have scars too from 4 major surgeries. Girl, I've got 2 scars from 2 cesareans and a lot of scars from mosquito bites. Somebody said, amen, yes, set boundaries. And Audrey said, no is a complete sentence. We water the seeds. That's it, Audrey, we water the seeds. Stephanie, tell us what you do now. I think we're also, here's what I believe before I go there. I believe awakening is always happening in our lives. I don't think we have one awakening, one epiphany, and that's it. I think we're always growing and evolving and always, finding new paths and new things that work, a new rhythm, right? Have you found any new awakening, and what journey are you on now? Where are you at?
Well, that's powerful. So I tried to go back. So I never understood why this accident happened to me, but yeah, then I got some epiphany. Oh, this must be somehow my purpose. I always wanted to help people some way, but I didn't know how should that look like. What should I do exactly? And yeah, what I'm doing now, I would say I'm a born again Christian. Following God, and I'm really here to help people to give them hope and faith in God. So also trying to heal them. So as we spoke about it, but not with the audience. So I'm pretty much in a transition period right now. So I'm going to
leave you to say what you want to say. I'm going to back off there. Whatever is comfortable for you, whatever we discuss is in confidence, but whatever is comfortable for you, take it away.
So I'm not sure how much I can share here.
You can share all of it if you're comfortable.
Okay, well, what should I say? So many know me from my YouTube channel. I don't know if anybody, I can see it right now, if anybody from my group is here watching this.
I don't know who's watching. I can just see some people, yes.
So many people know me as a tarot reader, being a twin flame reader, doing this readings for other people and my clients even, but I stopped it back in November. So my shop is closed. I was trying to do some life coaching, actually trying to point them in the right direction, because the main point is always, if you don't love yourself, you don't attract anything in life. That's the point. So that is actually something that I want to continue with. What should I share as well? I want to continue with that and give some lessons from the Bible, because the Bible has pretty much amazing wisdom, and I want to do life coaching pretty much from the Bible to my followers. Yeah.
So can I paraphrase that? Is that okay?
What is it? What?
Sorry, please. Paraphrase that. Can I say that over? Is that okay? Just what you said. So Stephanie just said she was a tarot. She used to read tarot cards, and she's always used it to add inside of it. It was all around the life coaching path, but now she's transitioned to now be using, rather than using tarot cards, she's now using the Bible to coach people in life coaching. Is that correct?
Yes.
Amen. So, Stephanie, anything else you want to add to this interview? Because for me, this has been really powerful. As a Christian, I think it's just so amazing to see how God can move you from tarot reading to Bible reading. I think that's just powerful for me. I appreciate that not everybody here is a Christian, but everybody here believe in something. And once you're pointing people to the light, I think that's so fundamentally important. Where can we find you? What are you up to? Any last words? This has been so powerful for me. And I'll just leave you to do that right now.
Watch me online.
Are you gonna start preaching?
So my name, people can find me on YouTube. My name is Stephanie. Maybe know me in my name, Stephanie. Or you can search my name, High Priestess 1111, on YouTube or Instagram.
Link when you're done, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you can choose to decide where you're going to follow me. Is it on Instagram or is it maybe on YouTube? Probably I'm going to change my name. My business brand is the High Priestess 1111. Changing my brand from High Priestess 1111 to High Priestess Ministries.
Oh, wonderful. High Priestess Ministries. God, we thank you. Hallelujah. We thank you. Hallelujah. We thank you. So that transition for me is just amazing. We talk about that all the time, but it's just powerful. And again, it's an awakening. Again, we all have choices, and nobody can criticize each other's choices. And so I'm just here to say, whatever journey you choose to go on, make sure you're happy. Make sure it serves you. And that goes for everybody who's watching. It's really important. The last bit I want to touch on, because I forgot, Stephanie, is forgiveness.
Exactly.
Touch that. And I know that it's not your favorite topic, right? But you're not a Christian, so we're going to talk about it.
No, that's perfectly fine. So actually, some people really need to work on forgiveness. Some people think it's all about the other person, when it's not. It's you need to choose to forgive yourself, because you didn't know better. Maybe you made a mistake, you trusted a person, and then maybe something happened. It's always about yourself. You need to forgive yourself first, because you can forgive someone else. Also, you need to forgive people, because what's the point on being angry and having all this, maybe hate and anger, resentment inside of you, because it's making you sick. It is just making you sick. It doesn't serve anyone. So you need to release it. You need to work on it and just let it go and move on. Everything, I could blame the people. They've put me on this metal plates in Italy. We should have maybe filed a lawsuit against them, because I was a teenager. They maybe they wasn't aware what they're doing, but how this is going to help me? My scars, they don't go away. I cannot, it happened. I cannot reverse it. It happened as it happened. So you need to understand that it's all about yourself. You need to choose inner peace. You need to choose inner peace and really let go of this resentment. Everything that happened, where you really need to forgive. I believe, it happened that you can grow from this situation and that you can learn something from it. Nothing is easy in life. It's like there are always challenges, but you grow from it, and then let it go and move on in life. And don't be angry, because you will, I guess you will get sick from it, from your anger, from your own anger.
Wow, self-anger, right? Wow, Stephanie, that is just like mind-blowing. Like, there's so much I've always said to you, you're such a powerful, enlightening girl, like a girl, woman, person, human being with so much light. And it's just so amazing. I could always just listen to you talk, because you're always coming up with something else. Your thoughts are so deep. And I can't wait to see the next chapter of your life. I'm just going to be sitting behind here watching and just cheering you on. I thank you so much for coming here. It's been amazing. I know that the guys on here are blessed. When you're done, you could drop your links under here for them to follow you guys. Follow Stephanie, not on either, on all channels. And let's just watch your movement and growth. And I just want to say, how do you say thank you in German? Danke.
Danke, yeah.
Danke.
Or,
Danke. So,
or danke, danke schön.
schön. So before she came on, I said, before you guys came on, it's guten Abend, okay? So that means good night, is it? And
yes.
Danke. So Stephanie, in Jamaica, we say walk good, okay? And in England, we say tirafa now, I think, if I get that right. But thank you so much. I'm humbled you came. I'm grateful you came. And we're going to catch up tomorrow. Thank you so much.
I hope my talk or my message, my guidance helped anyone here in the chat. We are all in the same boat. We are all perfect and we are all enough.
Thank you so much. And on that note, guys, I bid you good night. Thank you so much. I see you tomorrow night when Dr. Michelle McDowell will be here talking about parents and the language we use to our children and how that impacts their self-confidence and self-esteem. Thank you very much, guys, and see you tomorrow. Good night.